Welcome to ClickMyProject.com. Now we are going to discuss about a diabetes monitoring system and health medical service composition model in cloud environment. Diabetes is a common chronic illness or absence of sugar in the blood. The yearly reduction of this disease decreases the serious risk factor. Nowadays, machine learning based cloud environment act as a vital role in disease prediction. The people who belong to rural areas are not getting the proper healthcare treatments. So, this research work proposed an automated eHealth cloud system for detecting diabetes in earlier stage to decrease the mortality rate and provides a health treatment facilities to rural peoples. This system employs advanced data mining techniques to provide accurate and reliable predictions. By using the ML algorithms, the system is to classify the diabetic and non-diabetic, and research shows that the accuracy, precision, recall and F1 score. Now let's see the flow diagram of this project. So this project consists of three modules: patient module, doctor module and hospital module. So first the patient register himself if he is a new user and log in through his credentials and enter the symptoms he faced and log out. Then doctor log in through his credentials and select and load a data set. Data processing is nothing but replacing null values with the zero, and data splitting will be happen. So data will be splitted into trained data and test data. Most of the data are in a trained data and remaining values in the test data. It will be splitted in the ratio of 80:20. So after the splitting of a data, classification will be performed on the dataset and prediction will be done. So the predicted data will be stored in the cloud. Now the hospital module. Now in the hospital module, representative log in through his credential and view the report. The result is either the patient might be affected by a diabetes or not. Now let's see how to run the project. Click on the click here button. So now the form will be displayed here. If he or she is a patient, click on the patient button. If the patient is a new user, click on the register here button. So now he is going to give his ID as 37 and name as something Sudha and password addresses. So by clicking the submit button, the data will be stored in the database, registered successfully. So click here for the login, their credentials. Click on the login button. Login successfully. So they need to give their symptoms. 183 64 Click on the submit button. Data submitted successfully. So generating a file. Logout. Now the doctor is going to view the patient report. So click on the doctor button. doctor doc click on login button. So login successfully. Click on the ML. So we are going to attach a data set. Click on the open button. View. So these are the datas in the dataset. So we are going to load these data to the database. Click on the load button. So the data stored successfully on the database. So click on next button. View the data. Click next button. Pre-processing data. Here where null data will be replaced with 0. Click on the next button. So we are going to split the data set to a train data and test data. So mostly of our data will be splitted in the train data and the remaining will be in the test data. So click on the split data set button. So these are the train data, these are the test data. So click on the classify button. So we are going to classify the database. Click on the classify button. So these are the accuracy, precision, recall and specificity. So we are going to predict a patient whether he or she is a diabetic or not. So click on the predict button. So we are going to click their names. Sudha. View and submit. So the data will be submitted to the cloud. So click on the back button. Now the hospital representative is going to log in. Click on the login button. Login successfully. So now we are going to see the result whether the patient is affected by diabetics or not. So click on the combo box here. Click on Sudha. So view report. Sudha is not affected by diabetics. Done.